everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Ray, and today I have a very special video that I wanted to make for you, which is a Wipnchat, but I was challenged by Mrs. Coffee to do a tag question style video, and I got inspired by someone who already made their video. Her name is Pippa Brown. Definitely check out her video. And I'm going to not only answer diamond painter questions, but these questions modified to the other crafts that I do as well. So this is kind of like a 3-in-1 video for you to watch, and it'll be a lot longer than my normal Wipnchat video, so it just gives you extra time to work on whatever craft you're doing. What is a Wipnchat? Wipnchat stands for work in progress and chat. So you grab out whatever you're working on. It could be any craft you want. It could be house cleaning. It could be just chilling. You could just be relaxing with your eyes closed, try to take a nap. I hear that sometimes I make people fall asleep. And I'm going to work on my crafts while you listen. And some of these questions might be helpful for those of you who are looking to get into a new craft, or maybe you just started and you don't know what else to do. That's what the purpose of this is for. So thank you very much, Mrs. Coffee, for creating the tag, and thank you to Pippa for inspiring me to include all of the crafts. However, before we get into the diamond painting portion of this video, I did want to give a special thank you to those who have sent me some friend mail in the past few weeks. I haven't had a dedicated video like I used to, so I just wanted to pop in a quick thank you and show off some things that I got before we get started. If you're wondering about my diamond painting accessories, I have them linked in the description box of this video. So first of all, I received this cute little envelope with spooky ghosts on it. Oh, and thank you to Mistria for these dagger-like nails. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get used to them, but thank you. So let's see. Oh, here it goes. Look. Oh, how cute. That is so sweet. She's so happy. So we got some stickers. No one is you, and that is your power. Oh, that's sweet. And we've got this thing. It says, thanks for the change to buy this great DP from DAC. Good luck for the house. Enjoy the little gifts from the Netherlands. Miriam. Thank you, Miriam. What is this? Oh, for the chance. The chance. Oh, look, she sent me some washi tape. She put it on a bobbin. Oh, how cute is that? Let's see. Oh, look. That is adorable. I'm going to keep this like scrapbooking for my cross-stitch journals. Thanks so much, Miriam. So that's from Miriam. Put that to the side. I also got a little package from Loa. Loa has been a long-time viewer of my channel, and she sent me things in the past. So let's have a look at what she did. Okay, that's everything. Says, hello Rachel, on Twitch a while ago you said I would send you some Swedish cat candy. Finally got the chance to send it to you. I hope the little girl will love it. With love, Loa, also known as Siriana on Twitch. Oh, thank you, Loa. Look, we have cat treats. Thank you. I'm excited to see how she likes them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And last but certainly not least, I have a package from my good friend Gwen, who lives up in Kildare. Kinsale? Kildare? Oh my gosh, I've already forgotten. Look at all the stuff. Y'all, I didn't realize that it would be this much stuff. Is there a note? There's a note. She remembered that I open upside down, except for today. It says Rachel, James, Luna, and Gigi. Aww. Look, it's Chester. She has a... Well, he's not a pet, but he's a robin that comes to her house. And she feeds him and talks to him. It says, season's greetings to Rachel, James, Luna, and Gigi. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas and an amazing New Year. Oh, thank you so much, Gwen. You didn't have to do this. How am I supposed to open all this stuff with these nails? Okay, hold on, please. Okay, just to save on time, I went ahead and I cut the tops, all the tape. So let's have a look. Ooh, chocolate. Yes. From County Kildare, not Kinsale. Kildare. Look. Mmm, chocolate. It's going to take all of my willpower to not open that up while I'm diamond painting today. Let's see what else. What else did she send us? Oh, this is so sweet. You really didn't have to do this, Gwen. Thank you so much. Gwen came and visited me earlier this year. Ooh, what's this? Oh, those are so pretty. They're keychains. Hold on. Oh, how adorable. Look. It's a magnet with a robin. That is so cute. And then we have keychains with robins, and it says, "Those who love us never leave us." We have, oh, and we have another one too. Look. That's so sweet. And this little ornament. Oh, that's going to go on my Christmas tree. Thank you so much. That's adorable. Those are precious. Thank you. Let's see. Ah, look. We have kitty treats. Some Dreamies. This is a popular brand in Ireland. And it has salmon. So we have 2 bags. 2 bags of cat treats, and let's see what else we got. What else did she send us? Is this for Luna? I think it is. She's sitting right beside me. Tasty minis, chicken and duck flavor. All right, Luna, you want a treat, baby? She is sitting right here, so I will give her one. Thank you so much, Gwen. Gigi is not in this room right now. Good girl. Yeah, sweetheart, try it. She's just holding it in her mouth. And then, look, this book, Gwen actually told me about it, and she was like, you know, this is so amazing. Look at this beautiful hardcover of Imelda May's new poems. I don't know if you know Imelda May, but I'm going to start reading these poems at the end of my floss tube videos like I did with, I did that at the beginning of my floss tube a long time ago. So I'm excited to do this again. And this is such a beautiful book. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Y'all are amazing. I really appreciate you. I don't know how to repay you all. You're amazing. So we're going to get into this now. My pen is Enabler's Outpost. Tray is Shiny Shazza. My drill container system, I have it linked from Amazon, and I have coffee. So cheers, everybody. Good morning. So the first question is, what is your current WIP or work in progress? 4:15. I'm going to get a color while we do that. So this is my current work in progress. This is called After the Rain by Diamond Art Club. The artist is Olha Darchuk, and it's really pretty. I like it. It only has 40 colors. I say only, but it has 40 colors, and it's the only thing that I'm not really fond of is I feel like the background doesn't blend as well as the autumn colors, so it feels a little unbalanced, if that makes sense. But when you stand back from this painting, it actually does look really, really good. Did you like that? Looking at Luna now. It does look really, really good. I'm going to have to refill my pen, so bear with me while I do that. This is a 61 by 51 centimeter painting. So it's actually not too big, but it's not small either, if that makes sense. I think that the round drills make it a lot easier to complete. It's faster to complete, I mean. But it's still a hefty size. What's your workspace like? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and insert a picture here if I can. My workspace for diamond painting is the space where I film. And so oftentimes I have to kind of clean up and make room. I keep doing that. I keep saying make a room or something like that. I put a in front of it and I don't know why. I don't know what's happening to my brain. But I have to clean off my desk space to make room, and then when I'm finished diamond painting, I have to put it away so that I can have some room for filming other videos or doing other crafts, which is fine. But it's been this way for so long that I'm kind of used to it now. I did try to have a dedicated diamond painting space out in my living room, and that's why I was given a drafting table for Christmas one year, which I thought was going to be amazing and solve all my problems. But unfortunately, come here. Unfortunately, it actually just created more problems because I'm so used to working on crafts in my craft room. I don't really want to diamond paint outside of this room. Don't know, must be a mental thing, but in any case, I do most of my diamond painting here in the craft room, unless I'm sick and I want to diamond paint on my recliner. And in that case, I will set up I have an easel. It's away right now. It's kind of in my storage area. But when it's okay. It's all right, Luna. When I'm really not feeling well, I'll break it out and I will diamond paint in the living room while watching movies or something like that. So diamond painting can be very mobile. Even with larger canvases, you can still move it around and, diamond paint anywhere you want. You just have to get a little bit inventive. As I'm sure anybody who has had a major surgery and a diamond painting addiction will tell you. What's your favorite diamond painting pen and where is it from? I have trouble choosing, but I was just telling some people on Twitch when I was live on Twitch last week or this past week. I showed them a couple of my pens and I really like the thicker pens. So that's why you see me using the Enablers Outpost pens so often, because they're much thicker, and I like that I don't have to grip as hard when I have a thicker pen. But I love so many of my pens that I've gotten for aesthetic reasons, but as practical for me, I really enjoy the thicker pen. So right now, my favorite store is Enablers Outpost. They have a Facebook group. They also sell legally licensed diamond paintings, and they do have an Etsy, but I recommend going through the group. But if you don't have Etsy or you don't have Facebook, please check them out on Etsy. And if you have any questions, just send them a message. They're very responsive. They allow you to sometimes send in custom blanks, and they don't just sell the ones that they buy, but you can choose. So for example, this pen is, I have a video on it. If you search for Enablers Outpost on my channel, you'll see it. This was given to me as a gift, and this is a Flower Girl blank, I believe. So you can purchase from Flower Girl blanks and have it shipped to Enablers Outpost, and then they turn it into a diamond painting pen for you. So that's something that they do. That's a service that they provide, and I like that. Also, their wait time isn't too long, so that's nice too. Selling diamond paintings is just an added bonus, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to do some more diamond paintings from them. Next up is, what is your favorite diamond painting tray and where is it from? Okay, I have a few. I love these Shiny Shazza trays. They're located in the UK, so they're a bit closer to me than the American sellers. So these square trays right here are my favorite. I have, I think, 3 or 4 of them so far. I also really like Munimade, Munimade, and I've gone through a lot of diamond painting trays, and and I like them, I use them, and then I just want to try a new company. That happens to me quite often. I'm sure that if I wasn't on YouTube, that I probably wouldn't, not necessarily, but I try to be fair. But yes, I would say Shiny Shazza or Munimade. Those two companies are definitely some of the best trays that I've gotten. But if you don't want to spend a lot of money on resin or 3D printed trays, which I understand, some people would rather spend the money on more diamond paintings. Perfectly acceptable. I would highly recommend getting one of the big white trays. You can get them on Amazon. They're like $3. Those with the funnel, those were my absolute favorite before people started making trays, either with resin or by 3D printing. So 100%, I would recommend just buying an Amazon tray. I'll make sure that I link one down below for you. What's my next color? I think I'm doing okay. All right, we're gonna do 740 because this one is full to the brim. Okay. Let's see. Do you prefer round drills or square, and why? I like both. I do like both. However, if I had to choose one and choose one and never do the other, it would have to be square. I like the way the pictures turn out better with square. I don't necessarily like the space between the drills in round. I like doing them, don't get me wrong, but I don't like that there's the gaps. It kind of messes with me a bit. So if I had to choose one, because every time I finish a round, I like to do a square. I actually haven't done it this time. Oh, we have a kitty trying to get in. I may have to pause the video. But yes, if I had to choose one, it would be square. But I really enjoy doing both. I like to go back and forth between round and square because it's a challenge. So there's that. What about you? Let me know. All right, sorry about the break there. I think that Gigi was a little bit jealous and wanted to come into the filming room. So here we are. What's your favorite wax or putty? I have been using blue wax in my pens, which is like pink wax. I did a video a long time ago about different waxes and putties. I have since not updated it because there's so many. There's so many companies out there, and it really is just a matter of preference, whether you like sound or you don't, whether you want to go to the trouble of using something different or just use the thing that's in the kit for free. If you like scents or you don't, all these little things. I sometimes change it out for the seasons if I'm working on a special painting or something like that. But in general, blue wax. It's easy to stick in the pen and go, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Now, I have in the past used blue tack. Blue tack, in Ireland anyway, does not leave a residue. But I noticed that in the States, apparently, it does. It must have a different formula or something like that. So I think you may hear Luna and Gigi kind of playing for a bit. She's exploring at the moment. Hey, Gigi, Luna. See? It's all right. Stay. Gigi, I have your bed up here on the desk. Do you want a treat? Okay, let's have a treat break. Let me fix this. Luna, want a treat? I hope you all don't mind me stopping for just a moment. We're gonna try one of these. All right, come on. Sorry, Luna. The box is in her way. She couldn't get to her bed. Here we go. I'm going to give Luna one too. Ooh, yummy. There you go. Gigi, you want a treat too? Come here. She does eat from my hand, so that's nice. What a good kitty. All right. Thanks very much. She loves it, and so does Luna. Yes, I used to use Blue Tack because Blue Tack worked the longest for me on that video, but I've since just gone back to Blue Tack. I'm sure that I'll go, or I've gone back to Blue Wax rather. I'm sure I'll go back to Blue Tack again, but I don't diamond paint as much as I was diamond painting, so it really doesn't matter all that much to me how long it lasts, because my diamond painting sessions are typically around an hour to an hour and a half these days, instead of like 8-hour marathons. That makes a big difference. Next question. What are the top 5 places to shop on Etsy? It depends. It really depends on where you live, right? So for me, I would say that, ooh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and insert a video of, or some pictures of my favorite Etsy stores right here, because I can't think of them off the top of my head. I would have to go and look at some of my favorites for you, and I don't mind doing that, but I'll put them up on the screen. So we'll just cycle through a few of them. I think that Etsy is an okay place for supplies, but most of the stores that I would buy supplies from are not Etsy sellers. So there is that. But again, I think that it's all down to preference. It's definitely down to how much you would like to spend. And sorry, the cat scared me. Hi, Gigi. Maybe you'll be able to see her. Hello, babies. Luna, come up. One second. Okay, so that's not going to change. You're probably just going to see a cat butt for a little bit. Yeah, it's all down to how much you want to spend on the craft, if accessories are your thing, or if you would rather use that money to buy diamond paintings. And actually, a lot of the places that used to sell or do sell accessories have also started to incorporate selling diamond paintings, like legally licensed diamond paintings as well. For example, Patty Wax branched out and became Distracted by Diamonds paintings. Hi, sweetie. Oh, I lost a nail. I lost a nail somewhere. Uh-oh. That ain't good. Hopefully it's on the floor. Distracted by Diamonds. Then you have Enabler's Outpost. You have DP with Sparklers, Tima's store. She's selling legally licensed diamond paintings. So it's nice to see that, you know, people are branching out, because accessories are wonderful, but I think that the meat and the potatoes is the diamond painting themselves. That's just a personal opinion though. And good luck to anyone who decides that they want to take that step to try to open a store. I know that the market is very competitive, but I can't really comment on that as I'm not a seller of diamond paintings, and I know that the process is very, very difficult and very long. So I will not wax poetic about all that. Next up is, what's an accessory company that you haven't tried yet but want to? And what's stopping you from trying them? That's a really good question. I have no idea. Lena, please go lay down. Go lay down. Gigi's not doing anything to hurt me, I promise. Good girl. Let's see. I really... Chaos. Y'all. Girls. I'm gonna have to watch back the video to see where I lost my nail. Totally lost what I was about to say. Oh, a DP accessory store that I haven't tried yet. I don't know, because I think I've tried all the ones that I know about. But if there's one that you haven't seen me do, and you've looked at my diamond painting accessory playlist and you don't see me unbox it there, please please let me know. I don't think that there's any diamond painting accessory store that I have been holding back from purchasing from. If I haven't purchased from them, I probably don't know them. So please let me know down in the comments. I'd love to know and see, especially if they are located in Europe. That would be fantastic. Okay. We're back to having a cat tail in the frame. That's all right. That's it. That's all I have. Yeah. You're stepping on the sticky. That's all I have. It's all gone. I know. I gave you food. You're just refusing to eat it. Anybody else have really picky cats when it comes to food? Just wondering. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Hi. What is your favorite accessory? Pens. I love pens. Pens and storage containers, for sure. The storage containers make a huge difference in, if I didn't choose a pen, it would be choosing the, please don't eat my nails. Yeah, I know I smell like treats. I know. Come on, Lena. Come on. It would definitely have to be the storage container systems. Again, I have a video comparing the ones that I have and that I've used. If you're new and you're not sure which accessory would work best for you, I would stop recording. But I actually don't have time to keep going later on. So I do apologize if the animals are making this very difficult to watch. I promise they will not, they will not cause you issues later in this video, because I already recorded the other two parts. It's just this morning. Yeah. How long have you been diamond painting? Okay, I started diamond painting in the spring of 2018, and then I started my channel in the fall of 2018. Really? Thank you. And I found diamond painting through like a Facebook ad, and then I Googled it. I was like, what is diamond painting? And then I found Kicking Cancer's Butt and Diamond Painting, her channel. Her name is Ella. I don't know what happened to Ella. She's no longer making videos on YouTube, but she was someone that I followed very closely. I loved her videos, and I hope that she's okay and enjoying her life outside of YouTube. All of my thoughts and well wishes are with her and her family. because I don't know. She just disappeared, so I don't know what happened. But I did find diamond painting, and I found, you know, the YouTube. It was a very small community, but there were a few diamond painters out there at the time, and everything Gwenny, Abstract Crafter, Diamond Mama. There were a few, and at the time, Stitcherista had just gotten into diamond painting from cross stitching, and I didn't actually know her until I met my very good friend, Mrs. Crochet and Coffee, and once we were talking, she was like, "You got to check out Stitcherista." And at the time, I had no interest in cross stitching at all. Funny how things change, huh? But yeah, it was a small group of us at first, and Stitcherista basically had said, what did she say? What's stopping you from making a diamond painting channel? Why don't you show, you know, you can show what you're doing and what you're working on. Why not? At the time, unboxing videos were the big thing. Everybody likes a good mystery. Everybody likes a good diamond painting. And at the time, there were so many, you know, so many AliExpress stores, and no notion of copyright, you know, and all that stuff. And I went through a period where I made a lot of unboxing videos, and yeah, I don't do that anymore, because AliExpress stores, although they, you know, aside from the fact that they're selling illegal artwork a lot of the time, they don't really have the same quality that these stores that have popped up after diamond painting became very popular have. So you're like right in the area I need to be, sweetheart. Can you go lay down or something? Thank you. Wow, I didn't expect it to work that well. Thank you, Gigi. All right, Luna, you need to calm down too. Come on, Lou. Good girl. So, I feel like I just had an animal whisperer moment. Sweetheart, Honeybud, come on. Come here. You can watch her from up here. Come on. Yeah, good dog. I've put a chair here so that she can watch the cat as the cat sits and sleeps on my table. Good dog. Good girl. Right, oh, and cover minders. Oh my gosh. So the cover minder that I'm using for this painting came from Tiny Pufferfish. Beautiful, hand-painted autumn leaf. And yeah, I love that for my autumn paintings, so thank you so much. La 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 la. I think I've answered already. What made you want to start diamond painting? I saw the ad. At first I was like, I don't know if I like this or if it's tacky. I was being super honest with myself, but I was like, well, I'll try it for relaxation, because I was super stressed out, and truthfully it did help a lot with helping me to relax and calm down after really long days at work, really stressful days at work. So for that, I am so thankful I found this hobby. It really is nice and relaxing. How long have you had your platform? I talked about that already. Do you do other crafts when you're not diamond painting? I sure do. I became interested in cross stitching in 2019, the next year. And I had a full year of just diamond painting. So I did get a lot done back then. These days, not as much, because I split my time between crafts. So You know, I don't have as much time anymore to complete a painting unless I stop working on all of my other crafts. And I don't want to do that. I know that there are people who watch me that want me to stop cross-stitching and stop knitting, but to them, to them I say, if you don't pay me a salary, then you don't really get a say, because it's not fair to expect someone to be a robot on YouTube and do whatever it is that you want them to do. People are flexible creatures, and we need to have that ability, that, you know, to change our minds, to go back and forth if we want to. I know that some people aren't, you know, some people will, like, for example, scrapbook, and they'll never do anything else, or they'll quilt and they'll never do anything else. You know, if that's your jam, that's your jam, but that's not everybody. So it's important to remember that. I love to go back and forth between different crafts because I get bored very easily. And with that, I think it's important to and I try to tell people about this, especially with cross stitching, that, you know, it's okay. It's not going to hurt anybody. It's just crafting. So if you want to be hyper focused on one project all the time and that makes you happy, awesome. If you need to flip flop between 10 million projects, awesome. It's not hurting anyone. So, you know, I do a lot of different crafts. I like to try new things. Like I've got a sorry. What's that thing with the loop? What's that thing called? Latch hooking. That's it. I have a latch hook hit. I haven't done latch hook since I was a kid. And I'd love to do that, especially on the channel. But again, I know that for some people, they're like, oh, but you're never going to finish it. Well, I can show you how to do it, and I can show you how much I'm enjoying it. If you want someone who finishes things, there are crafters out there that do it. And I do eventually finish diamond paintings as well. It just takes me a little while longer than some other people. But we're not here to compare, are we? We're not here to compare. Especially, we don't want to compare creators against other creators, because it's not fair. We're not the same person. Okay, what are your top 5 places to buy pens, wax, and trays? I think I've said it. Pens, wax, and trays. If I have to buy a special wax, I'm going to buy Patty Wax SS, super sticky. Patty Wax. Trays, Shiny Shazza, Muni Made. Pens, Enablers Outpost. And I don't know. There's a few of them. Lace and Lathe Works. Blackwood Wolf Works. Let me look behind me and see. The O'Briens, handmade diamond painting pens on Facebook. They were the first company that I ever purchased a pen from. Highly customizable, but it also takes a very long time for them to get to your number. They have like a numbering system, but that's because of how popular they are. So once it's your turn, once you've waited your turn, it's a very fast process. So yeah, I do recommend them. There's so many. I don't want to leave anybody out because I think that the pen turners are all really amazing. But yeah, those are just some of my favorites. Where do you start your diamond painting, top or bottom, and why? I always start in the top left corner because I'm right-handed. I like to keep my arm on the unpainted parts of the painting. Otherwise, I get fuzzies. I don't know if you can see it. I think that's out of the frame. But I'll get little fuzzies stuck in there, and that drives me nuts. So I like to keep my arm out of the sticky glue and off of the painting. The feeling of the diamonds on my arm is not nice. Like rubbing my hand across the painting, nice. Sticking my arm down, no. No thanks. Feels weird. Don't like it. Name 3 people, including other creators, that you would be willing to meet. Okay, 3 creators, 3 people, 3 creators that I want to meet. Wolfpack Diamond Painting, Mrs. Crochet and Coffee, and oh my gosh, Tia. There's so many. Okay, there's so many, it's not fair, but I should be meeting oh goodness. I should be meeting Stephanie Wolfpack next year. Fingers crossed. She has the tickets booked and has had them booked. But because of, the Rona happening, she wasn't able to make it last year. Then this year, things happened earlier this year. I wasn't able to get back to Ireland very quickly. And she decided that, at the time we were still locked down. So she decided to postpone again to this coming year, 2022. So I am so excited for that. And then Mrs. Coffee, of course, I want to see and meet Mrs. Coffee in person and the whole family. Hopefully one day I'll be able to make it over there and hang out. I'd love to go to all the parks and stuff. Pregnant Stick, there you are. And then Tia, because I've known Tia online for a very, very long time. Tia, what's your channel name again? I'm gonna look it up right now. Let's see. I'm going to YouTube. Tia's Crazy Craft Addiction. If you don't watch Tia, you're missing out. She goes live. She's in Las Vegas, or just outside of Las Vegas, really. She's so fun. She's so lovely. She really cares for people. And she's like a sister, I would love to meet her in person. I think that if we got together, if I ever get to make it to a diamond painting retreat in the US, I want to be bunking with Tia. Then I have other people. I have other creators, but other people in general, like Creative Mayhem, Dearly Crafted, and Abra Dexter. 100% want to meet them someday. Would love to sit down and pick their brains someday. I haven't heard from Dearly in a long time. I hope she's okay. And yeah, love them. They're all amazing. They're all amazing people. Everybody's amazing. I want to meet everyone. Okay, next question. What genre of diamond painting is your favorite? Like animal, landscape, or people? Ooh. I'm not a landscape person. I like people. Let's see. If I look at my walls, it's like half people, half animals. And I have one landscape. So yeah, it would have to be cartoony people or animals. That's my jam. Not really into these landscapes very much. Then again, before I redid this craft room, I didn't hang up diamond paintings, so it didn't really matter to me what kind of diamond painting I did, because it was just for the enjoyment of doing the painting, not for putting it on my wall. All right, let's see. There you are. There's a second side. What's the biggest diamond painting you've completed and how long did it take? Biggest one was Where the Fun Never Ends, and it took 2 months because I didn't burn out. I have trouble, doing diamond paintings in a quick amount of time. But me and Mrs. Coffee, we did the Pride diamond paint along, where we chose rainbow colored paintings and asked asked the people that watch us if they wanted to join us to also do a pride flag or a rainbow flag painting. And that was so much fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. I hope that you all did too. All right, I'm down to the last few colors. That's why I'm like, focus, finish. And what would be your dream kit? What kind of glue, acrylic, resin drill, round, square, what size? 60 by 80, square drill, poured glue, good toolkit. I don't need tweezers. Did I have one more of those? Nope. With resin drills. I like the resin drills. The ones that Diamond Art Club now has and Ever Moment uses. They're my favorite drills. Sorry, I'm looking for the symbol. So I don't have these in symbol order. I have them in DMC order number. And I don't like to do diamond paintings this way. So sometimes it takes me a second to find the symbol. Highly recommend ordering your drills by symbol and not by number, either number in the list or the DMC, because I think it's easier for you to go, oh, that's a P, and then you look for the container with the P symbol. But that's just me. Okay. Do you prefer confetti or color blocking? I think it's important to have a mix or to do confetti for some paintings, but honestly, like I do enjoy a painting that just has color blocking because it gets done quicker. Oops. I did not mean to do that. It gets done a lot quicker, but the confetti gives you a better picture. Again, it's like, do you want it to be easier and go quicker but not have as much detail, or do you want the detail and it take you like a year to finish the painting? Okay, that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. And then bonus, name your top 5 diamond painting companies. Craftedly, Diamond Art Club, Diamond Shop. Oh, this is hard. Distracted by Diamonds, Enablers, Outpost. I think it's not in order. Obviously, they're just in a random order, but I'd say that's it. I'm about to open another Oraloa kit with their new squares, and I think that one might actually make my top 5 as well. So, for the rest of this clip, I'm just going to give you a few updates on my personal life. So thank you, Mrs. Coffee, for the tag. I do appreciate it. Few little updates, and then I'll get into the other crafts so that this video isn't like an absolute age, but I want to finish these drills. So Gigi and Luna are getting along. As you can tell, they're now both laying down and sleeping next to me. The chickens are doing really well, and they're good. Everybody's good. We've had a lot of unseasonably warm weather. It's getting kind of ridiculous now. I feel like we need some cold, but the cold snap hasn't happened yet. So we had a few days of really cold weather, and then it just went back to neutral, kind of like upper 50s. And it really messes with you. So I don't really like that kind of weather. And last Saturday I got really, really sick, like, I think I got food poisoning. I couldn't drink water, so couldn't keep it down, so to speak. So on Sunday I rested, and I felt a bit better on Monday, but on Monday I was still kind of like out of it. So I've just been watching, you know, what I'm eating and that sort of thing, but it must have just been the Friday night food, if you know what I mean. So yeah, other than that though, like this week has been fantastic. I highly recommend that if you haven't already, join me over on Twitch and you like to watch live streams, that you do so. It's free to follow, and I'll have the link down below. I do diamond painting, cross stitch, and playing Stardew Valley, but my crafting videos are on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I hope to see you there. I hope you all are enjoying the video so far, and I'm going to take you all to the next craft, which is cross stitch. Thank you so much for watching so far, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next clip. Hello everyone, and welcome to the cross stitching section of this Wipnchat. So today I am working on my work in progress called Savor Life. I had this over on my Twitch stream if you're interested in watching me work on it there as well. And we're going to try to stitch the word magic while I talk to you. It's going to be a little bit tricky, I think, but we'll see if we can manage. This is by Katie Landis of the Black Needle Society, and I'll have a link to the pattern down below. But first I need to count, and I am going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches, just double checking, 5 blank spots. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. And then I'm going to double check that by coming up to the top and then tracing the line. So this is the top of the first stitch, so I call that 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, blink, and 5, and 6. So yes, I have the right one. And then I go down like that and make sure that this is the right sized diagonal. Sure looks like it. Good stuff. Okay. Oop. And then it's, yeah, knitting or stitching with these nails is going to be challenging, and trust me, these nails are not going to be lasting very long. I can tell that already. They're just a little too long for me. Let's see if I can switch hands. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going with the questions here that were given to me. What is your current whip, and details and what you like about it so far? So the pattern that I just told you about, this is on Picture This Plus in French Lilac, which is a beautiful, gorgeous purple, royal purple color. The DMC that closest matches it is DMC 327. So it's a lot darker than it may look. It's definitely a lot more purple than it may look on your screen. I'm not 100% sure because I can barely see the screen from here. I hope everything is okay to see. And I am using the called for thread colors. They are a mixture, let me just look over. They're a mixture of Gentle Art sampler threads and Weeks Dye Works. I got this in a kit. It was a retreat in a box, so we had a digital retreat as well with this. Just marking off my stitches and going over. See what's the next question. Oh, what you like about it so far. I love the color of the fabric. I mean, I love the design as well, don't get me wrong, but wow, the color of this fabric is just unbelievable. So pretty. Maybe I should move these questions to somewhere where I can actually see them. What is your workplace like? I'm sitting in my living room on my recliner. This is where I am most comfortable stitching. And I was planning on showing you in the knitting section, so you'll actually see me knit here in just a little bit, and you'll see me in my setup, so what it actually looks like. But essentially, I'm using a lap stand. This one is from Artisan Designs, and I have them linked in my link haven. You can go check them out. I will have that linked below. I don't normally link that in my Wipnchats, but I don't normally stitch in my Wipnchats anymore. If you would like to see me stitch in future Wipnchats, will you please let me know in a comment? Because I was starting to get the feeling that less people were watching when I stitched, even though I'm, you know, talking about normal real life. So please let me know if that or knitting is something that you would like to see me do while I do a Wipnchat. And if it's not, and if it's not, thumbs down this video so that I know. I would like that, please. Okay. What's your favorite needle and size? My favorite needle is by far this one. This is a ball tipped. I don't know if it'll focus. You can see the little tiny itty bitty ball. Maybe if I do, no, too shiny. There we go. Can you see that? This is a ball tipped needle. I have fallen in love with these needles because they allow me to work on darker colored linens and even weaves that normally I would find very, very hard to see. I still have a trouble. Why do I keep saying that? I still have trouble I think there's a slub there. Hang on one second. Let me just look carefully. Come on. Yeah, it's a little bit larger sized than maybe it should be. I still have trouble sometimes seeing the holes of smaller counts, and I stitch at night typically, so it is important to me that I not miscount. So I use the ball tip needles now, and I have no problems with my stitching, which is fantastic. Other than that, I mean, 26 or 28, whatever suits the project. I'll use whatever suits the project best. And other than that, I'm not too fussy. Before I started using the ball tip needles, though, I was using Bowen branded needles in size 26 and 28. I could go back and forth between those two sizes. What's your favorite needle minder and where is it from? Oh my gosh. That's a hard one, but probably any of my Agnes little minders. I can show you. I have them pretty close to hand. I have all of my needle minders. One second. Ouch. I have all of my needle minders very close to me here. So these three are my, Agnes little minder from the UK. These are hers. Move this little big old needle out of the way. So this was my first. This was a gift. And this one I got just recently. Well, recently, like a few months ago. And I like them all. They're all very pretty. So just depending on the project. I might put this one on this project, actually. It fits very well. They have the thing about her, again, she's in the UK. The thing about her needle minders is that she has a polymer clay magnet backing. And it makes it easier to take off the magnet, especially if you have nails on. So, is that changing the color a little bit? I'll put it to the side there. It can just hang out. So, let us see. What's your favorite? DMC, cotton, silk? I like overdyed threads, but DMC is definitely, you know, where it's at. They're the most consistent. I've just gone back to the way that I normally stitch. Sorry, folks. Did I do that right? Yeah. This should be, let's just double check. I'm going to cross this 1X so that I can make sure that I'm in the right place. And I just focus my eye on that hole. There. This particular piece, I know I shouldn't have pulled this one out for today, but I want you to see what it's like stitching on this dark fabric, because I know it looks lovely, but it is a little deceiving as far as the difficulty goes. Okay, so DMC embroidery stick. I'll stitch with anything, to be honest. I'm not too picky. I was for a while very much involved with packing up or kitting up projects with specialty flosses and things like that, but it's not necessary. When you like stitching, you don't have to spend a lot of money on it. So, you know, whatever makes you happy. But I do still love my DMC, but the overdyed flosses are heavenly. I love working with them. It makes your project look so 3D. All right, that's the Sea and Magic done. Awesome. Whoops. Wrong button. I'm using Pattern Keeper, so there we go. Next up, top 5 places on Etsy for cross-stitch supplies. Top 5 places on Etsy for cross-stitch supplies. Let me just check. Agnes Little Minders. Two fabric shops that I use a lot. Barbarol Creations and XJU Designs. Oops, wrong way. Wrong way. We need to go over one. My thread is getting too short for me to be able to handle it. Thanks, Long Nails. You look pretty, but you are not practical at all. Barbarol, XJU, Agnes Little Minders. Let me have a look at my other favorite shops, actually. I'm going to pause you while I do that. All right, so here's my Etsy. I'm going to go ahead and hit my favorites here so that you can have a look. Favorite shops. Like we have Rena Stitch. I just did a review on hers on FlossTube. We've got, oops, for cross stitch, Crumpled Fantasies. This is ACF Creations, but that's stitch markers. Sorry, that's for knitting. Peruvian Flare is great. Great patterns. Who else? I mean, there's so many. Night Spirit Studios, fantastic gothic art. There's lots of stores in here, so I apologize if this is a bit overwhelming for you. But like, I have loads of favorite stores. I think you can actually snoop and see all of my favorites. But there's also Cal's All Crafts. She does project bags. I mean, there's lots of Etsy stores that I could recommend. There's Agnes. Yeah, lots and lots and lots. I mean, there's pattern designers. There's like my friend Jessie has a store here on Etsy called Mislaid Pages. Mrs. Sadis makes silk. She dyes silk for people that cross stitch. It's just, yeah, there's so many. So many. Okay, sorry about that. I had to make a few adjustments and answer a message as well that I just noticed when I logged into Etsy. So, not that it didn't take that long for you, but it did for me. So, next question is, what is an accessories company that you haven't tried yet? What's stopping you from trying them? Let's see. I don't know if you can consider this an accessories shop or not, but it's Gecko Rouge. Gecko Rouge sells kits. Very expensive kits. That's one of the reasons why I haven't tried them. The cross stitch kit that I want to get from them is Lorna Lane's bee. And it's a beautiful bee with these gorgeous flowers around it. And it was a tattoo that she designed. And then it's one of those so famous. The picture is so famous that you don't even have to like, you will know if you see this picture. You'll recognize the picture, I mean. But her artwork is stolen by so many companies. Even I was duped before I knew better. I didn't know who she was, and I didn't know much about copyright at the time. And so, yeah, she actually contacted me directly. And I told her, I said, one day I will purchase one of your kits from Gecko Rouge. So that I am saving up for. One day. We have 4, 5, 6. Okay. Nearly there. I need to bury this end, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see much at all. So just bear with me while we do the next question. Favorite cross-stitch accessory and why? Definitely my lap stand. This thing, you can see here, it's made of wood. It was handcrafted in the US. Brilliant store. It did take a few months for the order to be made, and then it took a while to ship, but I am so happy that I did it. Oh, what am I doing? I have to hold that there for just a minute while I get another piece of floss, and we can continue. How long have you been cross-stitching? I started in around August, September, maybe September of 2019. When my friend Jessie came over, she had made me, I think she'd introduced me to a stitch-along designer. Well, they're a cross-stitch designer anyway, and I haven't seen them. They didn't do anything this year, and I feel really bad. I hope everything's okay. Stiach, like a modern cross-stitch group. And Jessie was creating a cross-stitch team for this event, for the stitch along. And so I decided to join. It was my first time. I think I did a little practicing on a kit that I got from, I want to say Lakeside Needlecraft, maybe? Either that or 123 Stitch, one or the other. I'm not 100% certain anymore. Because this was before all of the customs fees and everything started coming back in and ruining our lives. And so that is basically how I got started with cross stitching, and it really was just a bug. I just realized I don't think something isn't in the right spot. I don't think so. Let's see. How do I fix this? It should be 2 over. Something's a little bit off there. We'll work with it. It's fine. We'll work with it. It's just the letters. It's okay. Should be 3 spaces. Yeah, there's 3 spaces here. And this stitch is directly under that stitch. So I don't know what happened. Oh, well. We have this one. All right, let's find another question. How long have you had your platform? I've been making floss tube videos since just my 2-year anniversary. It was October 25th, I think, of 2019 when I made my first floss tube video. I felt really awkward because I think it was one of the first times that I'd ever shown my face on my channel, so I was really nervous about that. And I really just wanted to catalog it somewhere. I think I was doing videos every 2 weeks for about 6 months, and then I decided to go and start going weekly. Do you do other crafts? Of course. What do you do when you don't stitch? I knit or diamond paint. Or sit there and watch TV. Top 5 places to find supplies. Okay, it depends on where you're from. Depends on what country you're in. Really? Let me see if I can get this to work. Bear with me for just a moment. I'm going to pause you because I need to find my place. Ah, I know what it is. I didn't mark off those 2 stitches. I didn't mark off those 2 stitches on my pattern. They're actually part of the G, so I don't have anything off. Yay! All right, so good resources for stitchers. 123 Stitch is a great way to start shopping for supplies if you're in the United States. If you're not, try sites like Casa Sanina, which is an Italian store. Hawkins Hobbies is in the UK. Got there's a few in Australia that I hear Pippa talking about quite often. But the best thing to do, I think, personally, is to find a floss tuber that is, in your country or near your country. And then that way, you'll be shopping in the same places more or less. Not always, but mostly. I think that's what I would say. Oh, you know what? I messed up here. I just realized I messed up there. Okay, we're gonna go backwards. I'm gonna rip a little bit. I'm gonna go backward. It's okay. Then, where do you want to start? Where do you start and why? Top, bottom, center? Most of the time I start in the center or the top left. I like to start in the center for designs that are like this one, because I wanted to have as much margin as possible on the edges, since I'm going to make this, likely make this into something that requires a lot of border. But if it's a full coverage design, I'll start from the top left. I find it easier to stitch left to right, top to bottom. And that's why I do it. Some people choose other locations because it's fun and challenging. But for me, I just want stitching to be relaxing. I don't like it to be a challenge. And that's why I'm not a part of any of those Facebook challenge groups. There it is. I was like, how did I cross my X's over here? All right, so I needed a space. So it's not this stitch, it's actually up one more. And then we'll go back to stitching. This does happen to me sometimes, and you know, I'm not proud of it, but I'm also talking and stitching, which is something I don't really do that much anymore. I'm not used to it. I try to save, you know, if I'm going to stitch on stream or something, I try to save it. Again. Right here. I try to save the easy fill-in stitching for us, for, you know, when I'm talking, because it's very easy to mess up. Is that right? No, that's not right either. Hang on. It's getting harder to see. Yeah, I was right in the first place, I think. Okie dokie. See the questions here. Name 3 people, including other creators, you would like to meet. Well, there are a lot of people I would like to meet. Specifically from the cross-stitching community, I would have to say I would love to meet Michelle Bendy Stitchy. She's been very inspirational for me. Hang on, 1 and 2. Very inspirational for me as a generally as a human being, but also, you know, as a stitchy designer. I'd love to meet Stephanie Webb of Lindy Stitches, because she's really funny and I enjoy her humor, which, by the way, if you're a newsletter subscriber of hers, she dropped a free pattern. Oh my gosh. I want to cross stitch it right away. Okay, that's way too many. You see how like it looks, you can't really tell, can you? Hang on. Yeah, it's one too many wide. So I'm going to have to hurry up because I clearly can't see my fabric anymore. I should have finished this in the summer when I had more natural daylight. All right, let's see. Oh, the 3 people. I also really want to meet Linda from Linda's 144 Hobbies. She is a long time follower of my channel, and I really love her projects. She has an enthusiasm about cross-stitching that I haven't found in many other people. She loves sharing her projects, and she's very much into mirabilia and full coverage, and, you know, she'll start anything with anyone, which is fun. So yes, I would love to meet her and pick her brain one day. And I would love to meet Pippa. Pippa Brown, I've known her for many years now here online. She is an Irish-born woman who now lives in Tasmania. Yes, it's a real place. She lives in Tasmania with her husband and her child, Sophie. And I watch her quite often. So I'd really love to meet her. But there's so many more people that I would love to meet. It's not just those three. So many people. I've already met Jessie. I'm very good friends with her for a very long time, and I'm about to meet Heike in person, which I'm so excited for. So I didn't include her for that reason. We are meeting, but yeah, I'm super stoked to hopefully one day be able to meet everyone. It might not be for a while, but it will happen someday. And I'll make sure not to wear these nails. Because, wow. All right. What is next? What genre of cross stitch is your favorite? I think I mentioned that I think the category I fall under is whimsical stitching. 1 and 2. Sorry, it's hard to see that. There we go. Whimsical stitching. So I really like things that are just kind of silly and fun. Not serious. I'm not really big into the sampler thing or the, historic cross-stitching stuff. I'm more into just, what's the word? Craftivism, modern cross-stitch, that sort of thing. That's my jam. I like the cutie stuff. Modern, for sure. Then, next question is, what's the biggest cross stitch you've completed, and how long did it take you? Oof. Does black work count? Because the peppermint purple stitch along for 2020 is definitely the largest sized piece I have, but it doesn't have any full crosses in it. So I don't know if that counts. If it doesn't count, then I believe it would be the Nutcracker Parade by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I think that's my largest stitch so far. So not that big. I've only been stitching for a short period of time, so all of my bigger projects are still works in progress. What would your dream kit include? Ooh. My dream kit. Pattern, fabric, all of the flosses. A needle minder, scissors. As long as I get to choose the fabric type, that's what I want. I don't care about needles because I already have my own needles and everything, but having the whole matching thing. So this is kind of like a dream kit for me. I've bought, and a project bag. I love project bags. So yeah, this one definitely 100% ticks all of those boxes for me. I did not know what the pattern was going to be first, but, It's fantastic. Oh, I just highlighted a stitch that I didn't mean to. There we go. Luna is snoring, if you can hear her. Poor dog. Do you prefer confetti or color blocking? I like color blocking. I like that the best. Okay, so I don't know if you could tell, but we've skipped ahead quite a bit as far as stitching goes because my husband just got home and wanted to tell me all about what was going on in his course today that he's teaching. So I'm not sure exactly what I just finished saying because it's been about 20-25 minutes. Maybe 20 minutes. Oh, top 5 cross-stitch designers. Oh, no. Confetti or color blocking. Did I say color blocking? Because I think color blocking is my favorite. I don't like changing colors a whole lot, so I like more flat things unless I'm working on a heaven and earth design, and then I have to go through moments of like taking breaks from that because it's really hard. Okay, name your top 5 cross-stitch designers. I love the Blue Flower, Lindy Stitches, Michelle Bendy, I think Autumn Lane Stitchery, trying to think of how many patterns I have of someone else that I've stitched before. Ooh, Long Dog Samplers. There's so many though. There's so many. I cannot pick an absolute favorite, but you know, if you watch my floss tube videos, you know who I like. And then the last, oh, and that's it. That's the last question. I think personally, I get asked this question a lot as well. Like, you know, is it difficult or, you know, is it difficult to cross stitch? It is not difficult at all to learn how to cross stitch. I think that you do have to have a certain, ooh, the M is very large. There's no way I'm going to be able to finish the M on stream or on camera, but let me count over. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and up. Is that right? Yes, that is right. It is easy. It is not, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily easy to cross stitch when you're first starting out. You'll have a lot of questions, but the thing about it is just to try and be open-minded about it. Don't try to be perfect going out the gate. It's not going to happen. You know, it's just, it's difficult. You know what I mean? So I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna cross every other stitch as I go down because I don't want to lose the variegation. But there are so many resources that you can use to learn how to cross stitch. So, you know, definitely use Google. Google is our friend when it comes to learning how to cross stitch. The way that I stitch is gonna be, you know, the way that some people do it, but then other people may not like it. Some people like to stitch in hand or, you know, with a hoop or a frame. You know, we all have our preferences, but you have to start somewhere. So just start small, you know what I mean? 3, 6, 7, 8. Is that right? Yeah. And then I have 1 here, and then we go sideways. So I'm going to leave it here for now because the M is just so big. And I will have to show you my updated progress on this piece later on in Floss Tube Land. but I really enjoyed stitching with you and spending some time with you on this project. I hope that that you learned something new. And for our next clip, we're going to go ahead and knit. So you can learn all those things about me and knitting. I'll see you soon. Hey everybody, so here is my knitting spot. This is where I do all of my cross stitch and knitting for the most part, unless I'm streaming. Usually this is my area. Right here I have a clip light, so I don't really need it right now, but at nighttime I definitely need something on behind me. As you can see, this is the cat's table now. This is no longer a diamond painting area. We have, well, I have my questions, but we also have a cat bed and then a scratching bed, which she really likes to sleep on. And this little tray is what I keep all of my bits and bobs. Super handy to have a catch-all when you're a crafter, right? So, hi Gigi. She might wake up every once in a while, and Luna is sitting behind my chair watching her, because that's what we do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. These knitting questions. First question is, what is your current work in progress? I have a few works in progress, but what I'm going to work on today is, let me just pull my needles back a little bit. This right here, this is my slip extravaganza shawl. And if I knew I shouldn't have started a new row, but this is kind of the point at the moment. This is the center back, and it'll go wrap around the shoulders up here. So that's what it currently looks like. The little marker right there is where I was the last time I showed it on FlossTube. I love the colors going on right now. It's so incredible. This shawl is probably my favorite so far for colors. And it's by Stephen West of West Knits. He's an American that lives in Amsterdam, and he is a kind of a modern designer. I think that's his classification. Edgy, modern. And right now I'm on the second section of Clue 1. This was a mystery knit along last year. 2020 MCal. His mystery knit alongs are super quick, so he releases all the clues in just 1 month, which it's kind of impossible to finish one of these in a month if you're a human. If you're like a knitting demon, then you'll be fine. But oops, I don't want that to fall. Most of the people that I know that have finished this shawl said that it took them about 3 months. So, you know, it's not a race, really. I like to finish with knitting. If I don't keep up on the project and, you know, work on it all the time and feel obsessed with this project, then I'm more than likely going to drop it and not pick it back up again. So I try to stay as motivated as possible by, you know, setting goals for myself for that particular project. Doesn't really work with other crafts. Hi, Luna. Hey, baby. Hey. Why don't you go lay down? She's not moving. It's okay. It doesn't really work with other crafts, but with knitting, that's kind of the way it is for me. So the second question is, oh, actually, let me tell you a little bit about the yarn. So the yarn I'm using, the main color is this black. This is called Midnight Black by Mothie and the Squid. They're in the UK. And then my other colors, the gray and the pink and purples, those are all from Heike. She dyed them herself. So it's a super special project. When your friend dyes you yarn, you must make the things. So I've kind of put everything off until I finish this one because it's super special to me. All right, next question is, what's your Facebook? What's your workspace like? This is my workspace. I have a 1980s lazy boy recliner that really, I need to get a dedicated pillow for this chair because the back of it is not very supportive of my spine. Like, I feel like I should be sitting up, you know? Sometimes I'll remember and get a pillow from my bedroom, but this thing has 2 settings, up and down. It doesn't even have the levels anymore where, you know, you used to have, like, I don't know, was it like 5 or 6 levels in it? And I used to be able to change, you know, where the feet went. Do you remember that? Stopped working about 2 or 3 years ago. Hi, babes. You have food. We're gonna have a few interruptions. This is our, you know, this is our downtime space. Do you want to come and sit in my lap? Is that what's up? Here, come on. Up, 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 up. Come on. Nope, just gonna make it difficult. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I just sit here. I have this desk. The desk holds some craft stuff, but most of my accoutrement. Hi. I have a dog. Most of my project bags and things like that are just sitting off to the side, and this is 100% normal behavior from my dog, by the way. Yes. So, I know you're here to watch the, you know, the crafts, but we're going to have a little interruption every once in a while. But that's probably a good thing because it means I'll get through the questions faster, right? Lay down. Oh, really? Here goes my tablet. Hi, sweetie. What are your favorite needles? I have a few different sets of favorite needles, but they're all nickel plated needles with kind of like sharp ends. Not the sharpest, but sharp enough. Right now on this project, I'm using Knit Picks Options nickel plated with the green cord, but you can also buy a purple cord, I think. They didn't have that at the time in stock when I went to buy it. But I also have, what's up? What's up? Just being very needy at the moment. I also have a gifted set of Xiaogoo. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Chiaagoo. Xiaogoo. Chiaogoo. That's definitely not how you pronounce it, but yeah. In a smaller size, I'm not sure, but they're fantastic needles and I absolutely adore them. Thank you so much for sending me those. They were a gift. And then the next question asks, what's your favorite scissors and where are they from? I actually don't have a favorite pair of scissors. I'm not really into the whole scissor thing, but I do use one pair the most because I put a scissor fob on it and it's so much easier for me to find them. These scissors right here came from a Black Needle Society box, I believe. They're super cute. They've kind of got this coppery handle. And then this scissor fob, this is kind of like, it's got a tea set, a starfish, an umbrella. It's really random charms, but this came from my friend Annie. She's Rosie Posy Crafts. She's in the UK and she's a crafty lady. She makes lots of different crafts, but she was having a sale on her channel and I picked 2 sets. So I reached for this pair just because it has Annie's charms on it. This is the one that I grabbed the most, right? But I have more sets kind of scattered around the house. I have scissors in every room just in case, you know, you never know when you're gonna need to cut some thread or some yarn. Make this very difficult for me. Do you mind if I knit while you sit on my lap? She's soaking it up, can you tell? You're so pretty. What is your favorite weight of yarn, Luna? What is your favorite weight of yarn? Mine is fingering weight. I love fingering weight. Probably because a lot of, I mean, dyers, they'll dye any weight of yarn. It doesn't really matter, but the fingering weight, there's more of it. Now, it takes longer to knit something with fingering weight. Though I crocheted a blanket in like a super chunky weight and it went so fast. It was done like a full, what would we call it? A full size? Or maybe it was a twin, but an extra long twin, like for a dorm room. It was basically for a couch, you know, and I knit that or crocheted that in 5 days, less than 5 days. I blasted through that. So I do like super chunkies for that reason, but like if it's me personally and what I'm going to use for my projects, it's going to be fingering weight yarn. All right. Do you mind? I have a sip of tea first. I'm having green tea to settle my stomach. My stomach's been acting weird lately. All right, next up. Next question, well, it's not a question. Your top 5 places for knitting supplies. There's actually a repeat of this. So I'm going to talk supplies and then I'm going to talk about yarn itself. So supplies, I'd say Knit Picks is a really good place. Knit. I know how to spell Picks. Knit Picks. They have a lot of needles and, you know, the little thingies that you put on the end of your needles and all of that. I don't know. They just have a lot of stuff. But definitely for needles and for buying undyed yarn, Knit Picks is the way to go. Then, well, these aren't like in any kind of order. It's just where I would shop. Etsy, I like to buy stitch markers on Etsy. Stitch markers, I don't have them here, but I have shown them on my channel before. Especially there was the last Thankful Thursday I did it was incredible. All of the beautiful stitch markers that I got for Christmas from my mom. Those markers come from Etsy. You can find stores in your country that sell them. And basically what they do is they mark your place. So in some patterns they'll say to repeat a lace section, like a let's say 10 stitches, and you have to repeat a pattern within the section. Kind of like right here, there's a repeat, but it's really small and it's super easy. But if it was more complicated, I might have a bunch of little rings on here to indicate where to start the next lace section, the next repeat. It's very helpful for counting, and it looks pretty. It's like, you know, knitting jewelry. And then you can get stitch markers that, actually I have some over there I could show you. Then you have some like this where there's like this little this little clasp, and then I have a little, this is a gummy bear, but it could be anything. You can choose whatever kind of thingies you want depending on the store and what they sell. But I use these to mark where I was the last time I showed my project over on my floss tube, because people like to see how much progress you make in a week. So this way, y'all know that this is where I stopped. I finished the first clue, the whole honeycomb, finished that part, and then I started this whole row around the edge, and that's how much I've done since last Wednesday, and today is Friday that I'm filming this. So that's just 3 days of work. It's going fast. So Etsy, there is, let's see, you can't discount, your local needlework shop or your local yarn store if you have one. The closest yarn store to me that I know of is Bantry Yarns, and I do order from her online quite often. So there's that. I can't really think of many other places because I'm just a beginner knitter. I've only been knitting since the start of 2020. So I don't really know too much, but more supplies, I would say Ravelry and Gumroad are good options for finding patterns. I know that some people really don't like to use Ravelry, so that's not something you have to do by any means, but it is a good way to like collect all your patterns in one place. Maybe if there is an alternative to Ravelry, you could let me know in a comment. I'd love to check it out. But then there is Gumroad is a good website to find things where designers let you pay what you want for their work, patterns for knitting and cross stitch. So yeah, I would recommend looking into those. And of course, another supply for knitting is learning, right? So I would recommend using YouTube for tutorials. YouTube is a great place to get tutorials for learning how to knit. I have watched countless channels on learning how to knit, and my favorite is probably Very Pink Knits. I find her very straightforward, and especially when it comes to learning techniques. But when it comes to understanding patterns, I do like the way that Stephen West did his last shawlography, his last mystery knit along. It was so easy to follow that I felt like none of those new stitches were at all challenging to me. So when you find a good teacher, it's great, As for me, I'm way too new a knitter to be doing that sort of thing. I'm not fast or anything like that. I just enjoy doing it. It relaxes me. I like having something that I can carry with me and keep my hands busy during my downtime, because I try to limit my screen time, and I listen to the conversations around me, and I can still do my hyper focusing, which is something that I do often. I hyper focus on many a thing, but this way I can still be sociable. And my friends understand that I am listening. I am listening so hard while I'm knitting. So, just because I'm not looking at you doesn't mean that I'm not listening. And yes, I do think that I fall into a neurodivergent category, if you're wondering. Not that you asked, but if you were wondering. The next question. What is an accessories company that you haven't tried yet and what's stopping you from trying them? That's a good question, but I don't know the answer. I don't think that there is one yet. If there was a reason for stopping me from joining, like let's say a club, like I know that Mothi and the Squid, the dyer behind the black yarn I'm using, they have a Patreon like I do, and one of the tiers on their Patreon is to send you a color of the month. And there for a while they were doing like endangered animals of the world, and I really want to join, but with shipping and then the customs and VAT charges and everything else, it's really prohibitive for me, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the dyer at all. It doesn't. It's just my circumstances. So I have been looking closer to home for yarn dyers since, was it June? I think it was June of 2021 is when all the new laws came in regarding the post. So I look for EU dyers now, and there are lots of Irish dyers as well, which I'd love to support going forward. So, because of course I want to shop local, and now I'm kind of being forced to, and that's nice. That is nice on one hand, it really is. Of course, if I see something from somewhere, outside of the EU, I'm absolutely going to splurge on it if I have the option to do so. And I'm always gonna be looking at everybody's stuff and drooling over it all. Favorite knit accessory and why? My favorite knit accessory is project bags. So I love project bags. I could never get enough project bags. The one that I'm using for this project is this one. As you can see, it's next to me on my right side. I'm right-handed. This bag came from Michelle Bendy Stitchy's D-Stash. So I treasure it. It's my largest project bag, and I save it for my largest projects, which this will be. And I know once I get to the last section, I'll be working on this for a while. So I'll need the big bag. I love bags. I like having my knitting in a safe place. And because I was in the position to do so, I did purchase quite a few when I first started, and now I have enough that I think that I'm okay for a while. But I do when I'm out, I'll look and see if a tote bag calls to me, like a cotton tote bag. Oh, love it. I love bags for my knitting. But it's kind of like it gives it its own special little home, and it makes me want to work on it. Don't know the psychology behind that, but that's just the way it is. How long have you been knitting? I answered that already. I started in January of 2020. When the Australian bushfires were running rampant. This was all before COVID became a big concern for us here in the Western world. It was a thing in China, though, at that time. But we were focusing on the Australian bushfires, which were devastating. And my first ever knitted project was a kangaroo pouch for a rescue center, which by the time I had finished knitting it, the original place that I had knitted it for no longer needed it. Like, they were just bombarded with donations, which is fantastic. But I asked my friend Pippa Brown here on YouTube, I asked her if she had any suggestions for wildlife centers that could use it, and I went ahead and sent it off there. So my little alpaca pouch is being used by baby kangaroos. my first project. Super happy about that. What made you want to start knitting? It's funny because I think that's what made me start. What made me want to start was that they were asking. You know, there was a big call for it. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I don't really remember now for certain. But honestly, before 2020, I never thought about knitting really. I'd seen that people had knit things and gone, no, that's way too hard. Way too hard. How do you hold 2 needles? What is this sorcery? Because I'd only ever crocheted. You're fine. It's okay. It's okay. I'm pretty sure I answered those questions already. Top 5 places to find supplies. So I'm going to talk about yarn shops now. So I'm trying to think if I can limit it to 5. I did not write down answers for these questions. Maybe I should have. Dragon Horde Yarns they had a beautiful advent, and I would have loved to get more yarn from them. I used to get a lot of Knit Crate. Not really happy with the way that things have been going the last 2 years for them. And I want to believe that it was mostly out of their control, but it was difficult for me to keep up with that. As far as the rest of the dyers go, let's see. So Livy dyes yarn, fantastic. Love her yarn. Paisley Pearl yarns, great yarns as well. I don't have a yarn of the month club. I thought about it, but I actually prefer to do, themed style yarn of the month clubs instead of just, it's February, here's a thing of yarn. It actually has a theme. So I did like the Never Ending Story. A yarn dyer that's no longer dyeing, Curio Stitches, was one of my favorites as well. And I've just discovered with the last mystery knit along, the last shawl I made, Life, is it Life? Yes, Life in the Long Grass, which is an Irish company. And there are a few more, but there's so many beautiful dyers. I would recommend looking for shops that are close to you, and then look at their style. See if you like them or not. Do you like tonals? Do you like speckling? Do you like gradient? Maybe there's a shop that does it best for you. I especially love to go, and it's very bad because I enable myself. People say I enable them. I enable myself all the time. I have zero self-control, okay? And I'll go on Etsy, I'll filter, I'll say, hand-dyed yarn in the search bar, and then I'll filter it to say Ireland or Europe. That's just my 2 cents. And where do you start? Where do you start looking for supplies? You could watch yarn podcasts as well. Like there's a lot of people on YouTube that have a knitting podcast, and they drop lots of helpful information. Like I was saying, Curio Stitches, you have Hedge Witch Knits. Who else do I watch? Woolen Vine. If I can remember to shout these people out and tag them, I will. But there's lots of actual people that I watch on YouTube who are podcasters of knitting, and I get inspired by them. So just like people watch me for inspiration of diamond painting or something. So here we go. This is what it's looking like so far. I wish you could see it better. Maybe I'll put in a picture at the beginning so that you could have seen, or at the end so you can see what we get done today. So then after I'm done with a row, I use my needle, my row counter, which attaches to the circulars, and I move it up. And I keep it on the number of the last finished row. So I just finished row 18, so it says 18. And then that way I know that I need to go to row 19 now. So, hey baby. I actually really do need, I really do need my tablet, and it's on the ground. So I'm gonna manhandle the dog for a second. I love you, but I gotta move you for a minute. Hi. Mwah. Yeah. Mwah. Good girl. You still comfy? She's very comfy. Okay, so the next row, 19, we have to use the gray color. I'm gonna pop it on the table. I have you're attached to my my coffee table. So let's have a sip of coffee. I'm used to saying coffee. Tea. And I think, oh yeah, we're on the last question, so I'm going to wrap it up here while I'm just holding the dog. Name 3 people, including other creators, you would like to meet. If I could meet some of the people that I've met in the knitting community, there's a lot of them, but I would absolutely love to meet Rachel from Paisley Purl. I'd like to meet Ellie from Curio Stitches, and I'd like to meet the creator, I can't remember her name right now, but the creator from Woolen Vine. I love her videos, and she's very sweet and organized, and I feel like I need that in my life. So, and then the last question asked, what genre of knit is your favorite? I guess shawl, like a fun little shawl, but I think that cabling might be my second favorite. I love cabling, and brioche. I don't think those are genres. I'm not sure. It's definitely not clothing. I like things that are, you know, shawls or cowls or something, more than socks or sweaters. Maybe blankets. Right, well, my dog is passed out, the cat is passed out, and I guess I'm not gonna go pass out. I need to pass out. I'd love to take a nap, but I have a very busy day today, and you're making me so sleepy. So I just want to say thank you for watching this extra long Wipnchat. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this style of video, and that it was a nice sit down, and a good relaxation for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you're notified when I upload a new video. You can check me out on Twitch.com. That's where I go live, and I do live stream quite often if you're interested in hanging out with me in real time. I have a Patreon if you'd like to support me in that way and watch weekly vlogs or have Zoom calls with me. And other than that, I hope that you have a wonderful day, that you take care, you stay safe, and enjoy whatever craft it is that you're working on. Talk to you all soon. Bye.